Vice Media Group was once hailed as the future of media, a digital powerhouse that attracted millennial audiences with its edgy and provocative content. But on Monday, May 15, 2023, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, as it prepared to be sold to a group of its creditors led by Fortress Investment Group and Soros Fund Management. This marked a dramatic collapse for a company that investors valued at $5.7 billion just 6 years ago. So what went wrong for Vice Media? How did it go from being a media darling to a distressed asset? In this section, we will explore some of the reasons behind Vice Media's bankruptcy filing, such as its declining valuation, financial difficulties, weak advertising market and top executive departures. One of the main reasons for Vice Media's downfall was its overvaluation. The company raised more than $1.4 billion from investors such as Disney, TPG, and A&E Networks, who were eager to tap into its young and loyal audience. But Vice Media failed to live up to its lofty expectations, as it struggled to grow its revenue and profitability. According to Forbes, Vice Media's revenue fell from $607 million in 2019 to $485 million in 2020, and it posted a net loss of $141 million in 2020. The company also faced lawsuits and allegations of sexual harassment and misconduct, which tarnished its reputation and culture. Another reason for Vice Media's bankruptcy filing was its financial difficulties. The company had accumulated more than $1 billion in debt, which it could not repay or refinance. The COVID-19 pandemic worsened its situation, as it slashed its advertising revenue and forced it to cut costs and lay off staff. In April 2023, the company announced a major restructuring, canceling its popular program Vice News Tonight and cutting dozens of jobs. The company also tried to sell itself to other media outlets such as BuzzFeed and Vox Media, but failed to find a buyer. A third reason for Vice Media's bankruptcy filing was its weak advertising market. The company relied heavily on digital advertising, which faced intense competition from tech giants such as Google and Facebook. Vice Media also faced challenges in monetizing its content across different platforms, such as YouTube, Snapchat, and Hulu. The company tried to diversify its revenue streams by launching subscription services such as Vice Plus, but they did not gain enough traction among consumers. A fourth reason for Vice Media's bankruptcy filing was its top executive departures. The company lost several key leaders in recent years, who either resigned or were ousted amid scandals or poor performance. The most notable departure was that of co-founder and former CEO Shane Smith, who stepped down in 2018 after leading the company for more than 2 decades. Smith was replaced by Nancy Dubuque, a former A&E Networks executive, who tried to turn around the company but ultimately failed. In March 2023, Dubuque announced her resignation, along with Chief Financial Officer Ramin Irani and Chief Operating Officer Sarah Broderick. They were succeeded by co-COOs Bruce Dixon and Josefa Locandwilla, who oversaw the bankruptcy filing and sale process. These are some of the reasons behind Vice Media's bankruptcy filing, which signaled the end of an era for a once innovative and influential media company. The sale process will allow other parties to submit bids for the company's assets, which include websites such as Vice, Motherboard and Refinery 29, TV channels such as Viceland, studios such as Pulse Films, and agencies such as Virtue. The lender consortium that made the initial bid said it would provide about $225 million in the form of a credit bid for the company's assets and also assume significant liabilities at closing. It remains to be seen whether Vice Media can survive under new ownership or whether it will fade into oblivion.